Hello, Mr. Fries, Algebra 1. This is March 2nd. I'm looking at this quiz, box and whisker plot, scatter plot quiz. Let's take a look at this. Number 1, create a box and whisker plot for the following data set of Geneva's winning basketball scores from the years, that would be 1980 to 1982. What's nice is Mr. Fry put these in order for you. So it's going to be very easy for you to find the median. It's very easy to find the minimum. It's right here. So you're going to put that minimum here. You're going to create a box and whisker plot. And it's not going to look exactly like this box and whisker plot. This might be shifted. I think this median should be shifted a little bit over. I don't know if it really matters on how it actually looks, but if you were to put this data in a box and whisker plot calculator online, you could Google that and look one up. I found a nice one, and you put all the numbers in as directed, and it will show you how to space these out. But you're going to have the minimum here, so there's your 51. Your median, whatever the middle number is, there's 33 here, so you're going to have 16 on each side. 16 on each side would give you 32, so then that one in the middle would be 33. Yep. And then the maximum, you got the maximum right here, so you're just going to put a 100 out here. Now the first quartile and the third quartile are just the average in between the median and the minimum, and the third quartile is average between the maximum and the median. Once again, if you calculate this, you could do it on your calculator. If you have those directions on your calculator from previously, you could calculate that, or you just find the mean between the minimum and the median, and the median and the maximum. You could find those, or you could plug it into a box and whisker plot calculator on your computer, and you'll get what's called the first quartile and the third quartile. You'll see what those numbers are. You can just plug those numbers there. And then you use that information, use the data from the box and whisker plot to answer the following questions. A, what range does the highest 25% of the scores fall? So the highest 25% is between the third quartile and the maximum. So whatever number you get here, and 100 is going to be that range. Okay, you're just going to write this number to this number dash 100. B, what range does the lowest 25% of scores fall in? That's going to be from the minimum to the first quartile, whatever that first quartile number is that you get. And then C, what would you expect the Eagles to score more or less than 85 points in their next win? Explain how you use the box and whisker plot to answer this question. So look for where the most points are. Are most of them more than or less than 85 points? Okay. Being that the median is, take a look at what your median number is, and kind of base that. That's more likely what they're going to do. So is that more or less than 85? All right, moving on. Give a real life example of each correlation, a strong positive. A strong positive correlation would be something that is, definitely, there's a strong correlation. If this happens, then this is going to happen. Like the farther you drive your car, the less gas you're going to have in your gas tank. Okay. A strong negative correlation. Actually, I gave you a strong negative. A strong positive would be the more hours you work, the more hours you work, the more money you're going to make. Strong negative. So something that's going down. Strong, it's going to be the longer you drive, the less gas that you have in your gas tank. No correlation could be something like, as weird as the number of boys in the class and percentages, or the number of brown-eyed people in class and the number of failing grades in the class, or some weird stuff like that that has no correlation whatsoever. Number 8, list the following correlation coefficients from the strongest to the weakest. So make sure you're going strongest or the highest correlation to the weakest or the lowest correlation. And then this, a student who waits tables at Chops recorded the cost of every meal and then the tip he received from the customers. Don't have to do this. Don't have to create a scatter plot, so cross that out. Find the line of best fit and answer the questions that follow. You can get all of this information, okay, when you plug these in using these steps from your notes. Step 1 and step 3. And if you don't have those, I mean, you could pause this and you could zoom in on and take a look at that, but you should have these. You could look them up. They're from previous assignments, and follow just step 1 and step 3. It's going to give you everything. When you're looking for the correlation coefficient, that's the R. After you follow those steps, you'll see an R equals. Okay, that's the correlation coefficient. The equation will be in like y equals mx plus b, but they use other letters. Y equals mx plus b. It will be in that form, but they use like a and b somewhere else. So you'll have to watch for that. The expected value, you're going to plug this value in for one of the, you want to figure out what the tip would be. So you're going to figure out, that's going to be your y, so you're going to figure out x for that, okay, when you're figuring out your expected value. So you're going to have that, whatever this equation ends up being, 86.25, is the bill, okay? And so what's the tip value going to be for an 86.25? Just plug that into your equation and you should find that out. And hopefully this is helpful enough for you, and good luck on this test.